Well, hello my peeps, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are not new, if you're already, welcome to my YouTube channel, because they're all having a fantastic magical like unicorn like day and night. That's always okay too, but I'm always over here putting that day to run for you. Okay, enough with the pleasantries. Let's get down to the business. This is another Triple T Time Story Rant Time Tuesday and just maybe Thursday. I have not done one of these in a long time and a lot has happened. So let's get into it. So, okay, first and foremost, like, it's probably, this is going to be, like, completely, like, out of order, and this is going to be, like, I always say it's going to be maybe a quick one, but it might not be. I don't know. But, completely out of order. Like, this stuff did not necessarily take place in this exact order. But, okay, so first off, your girl, oh, wait, no. This is on my mind right now. So, my school contacted me, you and I got a paper in the mail a few days ago. I just kept forgetting to her, like, was just, like, so busy, so I couldn't. Contacted me talking about a final demand, like, a payment or, like, notice or some crap like that. Like, I'm not trying to run away, y'all, but this is what I mean by saying, like, I really don't want to make this mistake again, but it's because I've talked about it before, but when I went to Barry, I was able to do a student loan through their actual school, and so I didn't necessarily have to, I mean, obviously I had to pay out of pocket at some point, but I didn't have to pay out of pocket while I was in, trying to take courses there. And so this is one of the things I really did not like about the University of Northern Iowa, is that their financial aid was, like, not it. I mean, like, you could say that about any school, but, like, this particular school did not do, like, a good job working with people and their financial aid. And, like, when we provide our parents' income, it's because y'all tell us to. But that does not necessarily mean that your parents are going to be paying. What the heck, bro? It does not mean, though, that your parents are actually going to be paying for your schooling and crap like that. Like, that has nothing to do with it. I don't make near or even close to the amount that my parents make. So there'd be no way with that kind of payment plan that I would be able to pay that. There's just no way. Even with the help of, like, my godmom and, like, everything, like, it was still so expensive. Like, I still owe. And sure, this might be a little bit too much TMI, but whatever. I still owe $4,000 to that school. And my parents and my godmom, like, already have paid out of pocket thousands of dollars already. Like, literally, there was, like, almost nothing of, like, any financial aid that helped really with this school year. Like, this is, like, crazy. But yeah, so I got in the mail and it said, if you do not address this or contact this or whatever within a certain amount of days, then we're going to take further action. Like, taking it to court and crap like that. I'm like, all this, like, bro, do you think I went there? Like, if I just want to have fun, I wouldn't have gone there in the first place. Obviously, I'm trying to build a career, like, get to a certain point in my life to where, like, I can make, money. I can do whatever it is that I'm, like, trying to do, so that way I can, whatever. I'm not trying to skip out on you, clearly. Like, you really think that students just have just $4,000 just to be like, oh, there's that? No, bro. Like, with how much I make, I probably, girl, like, even gas is expensive as it is. Like, I could not, with the amount of money I make right now, I could not actually live on my own. Like, that's the thing. And I think I just have just $4,000 to hand them today. No, I don't. So, yeah, I called them. And I said, so, do you want to start a payment plan, or are you able to pay this exact amount today? I was like, no. Yeah, definitely did a payment plan. I do not have just $4,000 just to give you. And she said, so was there a specific number? And so I said, what's, like, the lowest amount that you guys will go to? Or typically go to? And she said, well, typically it's like, we do like 400 as like our lowest amount. And she said, would that be okay? I said, there's no way. She's like, would that need to be low? I'm like, yeah, there's no way. The amount of money I make, and there's no way I could pay that. And so we managed to get it to $250, which is still a crazy amount, but whatever. And she said, okay, so it's looking like 16 months. And I was like, oh my gosh. She said, you could, I asked her, she said, you could, like, make more, like, bigger payments, but the $250 is just, like, the requirement that you would have, just, like, each month. And I said, okay. And she said, just letting you know, like, there would be no way for you to, you won't be able to, like, apply for any UNI, the heck? Apply for any UNI courses or anything like that. And on top of that, you couldn't really, like, get transcripts. Which I need transcripts to transfer to my next school. So, don't know how that's going to work out. I mean, obviously my parents is going to help me with the payments, but it's like, I can only imagine how, like, kids or, whoever, young adults, or even those that aren't necessarily young adults, because anyone can go get an education, but I can only imagine when, like, how much stress that they would probably have if, like, they have to do it, like, all on their own. And, like, I'm pretty sure there's some of theirs is, like, $8,000, $9,000. I can only imagine, like, the stress they must be under. Like, I have help and, like, I'm, like, stressed and worried. And I can only imagine those who don't have the help. But, yeah. Let's see what else. And the fact, okay, let me just say this, and then, like, I'll move on. Like, the fact that they really consider it to be that deep to where they feel like they have to go above and beyond to take you to, I mean, there's some other levels to it, but the fact that they are talking about eventually, like, in the paperwork, it will say that taking you to court, like, there's no way, like, well, I guess it does happen, or whatever, and they can. But, like, how would you be able to sleep at night knowing that you took a 21-year-old who is majoring in biomedical sciences, pre-med, trying to, like, work to be able to help people and be a surgeon and all that stuff, who's volunteering and working and doing, like, how do you feel knowing that they're trying to further their education and trying to do something wherever with their life? Now, again, that doesn't necessarily mean that people who don't do it. I'm just saying, like, for the route that I took, the path that I took, like, how does that, taking someone to court for that because they haven't paid on it, but, like, throughout my life, I'm going to be owing thousands upon thousands of dollars as far as, like, school and debt and crap like that. But I was like, how would that even, like, how does that, like, not look, like, troublesome or odd? Like, you pull up and you go to, like, if it really did get to, I wonder, like, how that would look. If it really did get to that point where you are in front of a judge and the school is like, yeah, and then the judge looking at it like, but you're over here hounding her for money. She barely makes such and such. And then on top of that, her major is going to require not only a lot of money, but a lot of years of schooling. So she's going to be on people for a long time on top of that. And she's doing all this other stuff to try and get to where she needs to go. But yet you're over here talking about more than, like, I'm pretty sure the school itself can wipe its butt with $4,000. A regular 21-year-old, I'm pretty sure isn't wiping themselves with $4,000. I'm sorry, that's just me. But anyway, moving on. Let's get away from that. Okay, your girl started getting into the dating scene. And she's liking the dating scene, okay? She's meeting some people. But there is this one individual in particular. But I'm not gonna say like too much more on that. But like I said, she's dating. She started this probably like maybe a week or so after I did the last Triple T Time Story Time Rant Time Tuesday, just maybe Thursday, is when I started like on today's thing. Okay, it was online dating. Because like Facebook has this thing where you can like do like the matching, dating, whatever situation. I tried to do eHarmony, but it didn't really work out. I don't know, I didn't really understand it. I just feel like it was too complicated, and then they're talking about payment plans and trying to get the most. Like, I'm like, I don't want to do all that. I just want to swipe left or right, and then like if we match, then like let's just talk some things out. Let's get to know each other, maybe go on a date, or let's like hang out or something. Like, I don't want to do any of these payment plans. Okay, like why is it so complicated, you know? Because I tried a little bit of doing it the old-fashioned way, you know, just like meeting people, but it just doesn't seem to work out that way. So I tried it this way, and it's going pretty okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, I was able to volunteer with the food bank pretty recently. It was so amazing. I met this like wonderful woman, who actually, okay, so y'all know I'm going into the medical field, right? I'm trying to be a pediatric surgeon with subspecialty in neonatal surgery, and I'm also thinking about ear, nose, and throat. But her husband, I believe, owns a medical malpractice firm, or whatever you want to call it. That's the kind of lawyer he is. And I was like, how wonderful is that? That me being this, and then I was like, oh, when she told me, I was like, so you're the one that sues us. She's like, well, in all defense, I like you, so you know, it should be fine. I think her son and her daughter-in-law are in the army, I believe, and they are like on like the medical side of things, but she actually has more rank than him, which I was like, yes, girl power. Let's see. But I don't think he started out doing medicine. I think he was doing something else, I believe she said, but I can't remember. So yeah, I'm gonna volunteer with the food. Hang on. Okay, so there's that. Okay, and then I don't know if I told you this, but I wanted to volunteer with the Red Cross. And so now I did an orientation with the Red Cross, and now a few days ago, did a phone call with someone from the Red Cross, and they talked a little bit more about kind of the area that I wanted to be in with the Red Cross, which is, I think it's called the Disaster Action Team, or Disaster Response, whatever. Because like I've heard people say it different ways, so I don't know what is the correct way to say it. So there's that, and I'm very excited about that. But right now I have to submit photo for like a badge, and then I have to do some paperwork, some more training. I think they said it's about 8 to 10 hours of training. Then when it's done within a certain time frame. I'm not saying that I couldn't take longer, but it just makes it's easier if I get it done within a certain time frame. So I get to do that. So yeah, I'm really excited because the team that I want to be a part of, the disaster response team, I think is what it might be referred to as. When there's a disaster, you get to like travel there and actually help people, and stuff like that. Sometimes they said it can be more local, or sometimes you could be going to somewhere like Hawaii or whatever. So I'm like very excited about that. Some of the other stuff like you could volunteer for at the Red Cross is like more desk jobs, but I'm a person that doesn't like to necessarily be sitting. Like I know like any form of help is good help, but I like to be like in the shit, and like in the mess, helping and like doing something physically helpful instead of like again, like I said, all of it is like good, but I'm a person that doesn't want to just like kind of like sit still a little bit. I want to be like out there, like actually doing something, or in my case, what I feel like is doing something. Because I'm not really like much of a, at least unless I'm like at home just like kind of relaxing, but like if I'm not doing that, like I want to be like moving, like that's what I like to do. But that's, like I said, that's a personal preference. Oh, going back to the online dating thing. Okay, I've talked about this before, but let me just like say it again. When like I said, I've talked about this before. I will block somebody so fast. Because it could be the littlest thing. Yes, I know. Thank you for reminding me. It could be the littlest thing, and I'm blocking. Like, you're out. So, I was talking to this one person, and, you know, like, they were like, oh, you seem very energetic and stuff like that. So, like, we were, like, had, like, a few exchanges or whatever. And I was like, oh, thank you. And he was like, you know, you're energetic. I love the energy or whatever. I said, thank you so much. I said, some people may say I'm a little too energetic or have too much energy or something like that. And I said, but, you know, I don't really care. And he said, I love that energy. You know, it seems like you're like a fun person, like to do a lot of stuff or whatever. And then they asked me, when was the last time I had been on a date? I said, I've never really been on a date. I've done like hangouts, but like never like an actual date. And I said you, and then they said like a few months ago or whatever, I think. And they said, sorry, I'm very on the tired side today. What did they say? Oh, you should go on one. I said, I agree with that. I think I should go on a date too. And they said, great, let's go on one. I said, hold up. Let's like get, because like I said, we had a few exchanges, but nothing to where like I'm just like, yes, we need to like go out right now. I said, let's just hold our horses, you know, let's like talk a little bit more first, you know, get to know each other or whatever. And they said that was ... and that's why you've never been on a date. I was like, okay, block. Like that, no. First of all, that response right there just wouldn't even work out anyway, because like that was just fronting. Like it was like so pleasant, wonderful, like the last few interactions, but this, no. That's a quick way to get blocked. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if you realize, but like, at least me personally, I don't know how other people feel, but I'm not just gonna just keep going on like a bunch of dates just like after just us exchanging like 5 words maximum or like a few messages and then like we're going somewhere. Like, I need to make sure it's worth it. I need to make sure like, you know, after we've talked, you know, this conversation seemed to be like fully like, you know, like, can I get some more, you know, stuff know about you? Like, I want to know that kind of like a little bit of information. I know like you can get to know each other on the date, but like why not get to know each other a little bit more first? And things like that. Like, for example, the one dude I said I was like talking to, he like, we like did like a lot of like exchanges and like talked for like a little bit before I even met him, and like obviously there was no problem with that. There's no, like, there shouldn't be an issue with someone wanting to get to know you a little bit more before we're just like, let's go. You know what I'm saying? So, and of course also online dating safety, for ladies, gents, whatever, it doesn't even matter. When you go on your first date with somebody, whether you met them in person at first or you met them online first or however y'all two met before, or 3 if you're interested in that, I don't know. Public place always. When I met the dude for the first time, not the one that was rude, but when I met the dude, we met at a very public place, daytime hours, okay, everything was cool, whatever. We then went to go see a movie. Now again, it was definitely late, and yeah, it was like, when did we see it? We seen it at like 11 p.m. It was like a scary movie. I'm sorry, it's very hard for me to get scared or like whatever. So, but I love scary movies. But that's just this genre there are, like the horror movies, but most of the time they're not really scary, but teach them. Yeah, but it was still technically in a public place. I mean, we weren't meeting behind the alley. Like, it was still like cool. There was other people in the theater, so like stuff like that. And so obviously over time now, I don't necessarily care about meeting in like a most public place area, but at least for like a little bit, y'all meet, chill, talk whatever. But like I said, there is like, if you're in the middle of talking to somebody and it's like online dating or whatever you're doing, and they're asking more of you than you're willing to give, or like you're like get uncomfortable, don't try and like make yourself be comfortable with the situation. Like, if you're uncomfortable, just like call it off, call it quits, block them, whatever. It's like very easy to do. I do it all the time, and I do not feel bad about it whatsoever. If you're giving me creepy vibes, then it's done. Rude as hell vibes, done. Like, no, absolutely not. Do not feel like don't let somebody make you do something that you do not want to do. Oh, I guess if it's like, like parents, your pets, siblings, like that's different. But I'm saying like as far as like this kind of thing, y'all know what I'm talking about. Do not let anybody tell you what you are going to do, what you're not going to do, what you can and what you cannot do. If it's like the response that he said to me, call it quits. Don't be like, oh, I'm sorry. It's just, don't be sorry. You don't have to be sorry about that. I am not meeting with you. We barely said a few words together, and thank you for showing me who you are. Just now, it's done. It's over. You didn't gotta say anything else. Like, I didn't say anything else. Once he said that response, I blocked him so fast. Like, don't feel like you have to, like, keep responding to that person or make excuses for, like, how you feel and stuff like that. Like, just get over it. Now, going on to the scary movie that I seen. It's called Talk to Me. It was actually really good. But also, I probably wouldn't, like, go out of my way to watch it again. I told my mom, okay, kind of a spoiler alert. So, well, maybe. The way it works is I feel like that they should have, like my mom asked me, like, do you think that they could make a second movie? The only way I think that they could make a second movie is if they gave us an origin story as to why something is what it is. Because the way that they kind of explained how the hand or whatever came to be, it was very vague, very surface level about how, like, what happened and whatever. And so, and especially after at the end when she became the thing or whatever it was, it just didn't, I'm not saying it didn't make any sense, but I'm going to need more as to how that worked the way it worked. I'm going to need more as to how it came to work like that and what the hand has to do with it. Like I said, it was very surface level about explaining it. It was not giving what it gave. I think that movie was like only like an hour and a half maybe. Definitely could have tacked on quite a few more minutes. Like me, I know a lot of people aren't necessarily like this, but I don't mind a long movie. I will sit and watch a 4-hour movie. I think it's called, what's it called? Is it The Last Stand? The Stand? Stand. I don't know. It's a Stephen King thing. Who plays in it? I was gonna say Alexander Skarsgård, but I think that's the show, right? What? I don't know. There's a movie. I think it's called The Stand. Stand, something like that. Stephen King. Look it up. And that is really long, but I don't care. I really liked it. I like it. I am all for, like, I think I actually prefer longer movies over shorter movies, to be honest with you. And I don't know why. So I think that's the thing. Oh my gosh. Okay, and I also seen Transformers, right? I've seen it like, I think like 5 times now. Okay, I don't care what anybody says, but I'm living for Scourge. Scourge was okay. Scourge and Mirage was like the best ones on there. I like Mirage. He was a cool dude. I don't know. I liked him. He's not Bumblebee. Bumblebee has given us so many years of his life. It has sacrificed like so much, you know, all the time. So no one will replace Bumblebee. But I'm saying we could get more Mirage and his craziness. He could definitely be another fan favorite. At least in my eyes. Because honestly, Mirage and Bumblebee are like kind of the same in a way. Well, I can't necessarily say that because Bumblebee is a soldier though. You know what I'm saying? So he like fought in wars and crap. So, but as far as like the mentality, most of the time, I feel like Mirage and Bumblebee are like pretty much one and the same almost. Nuggin. I did not grow up on the comics. I grew our older shows and crap like that. I grew up on my very first Transformers of me ever seeing it was Shia LaBeouf. Okay, so that's what I grew up on. But anyway, what do you call it? So yeah, Scourge, amazing. The other two was aight. It was just two of them. Yeah, was aight. They wasn't bad. I mean, clearly bad guys was doing the bad guy stuff. But, I didn't really mind those two. I love the Maximals. I didn't know that the Maximals were going to be able to, what do they call it? Maximize. Okay, so that was cool. I was like, are they just going to fight as Animal Child? But they did not. They did not. I was like, okay, girl. I liked Primal. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Okay. Crap. What is that? What was the bird's name? I don't remember what the bird's name was. But she was one of the Maximals. And oh my goodness. I thought she was probably like one of the most powerful ones there. The Maximals because of like the fire that she had and things like that. So I was like, justice for her. Justice for her. I really liked her. I wish I got to see like more of like the Maximals. Like kind of like different animals. But I know like it's like they had to do it that way because, you know, of all the war and stuff or whatever, so there wasn't very many left. But I guess I just wish that we've got to see more of like the different animals that there could have been. But honestly, it is what it is. Optimus Prime's face, I had to get used to. Like I said, I am like all like, and I know that this took place before Shia's movies. You know what I'm saying? So like the face and like the truck style whatever is going to be different. So I had to kind of get used to that. I was not used to Prime's face at all. It was completely, I was like, yeah, no, I'm not here for the face. It's different. I'm not, this is no. But, as I kept watching the movie a little bit more, I kind of got used to it. And I was like, okay, it's not bad. I'd probably say Scourge is like probably my favorite like bad dude that they've had over all of these years. Sorry Megatron, but I don't know, to me Megatron wasn't like a very good bad dude. He failed a lot. But it is what it is, I don't know. And then when he became, what was it, Galvatron? Whatever, Galvatron still failed. So I don't know. But the movie was really good. Definitely one of the best ones. I still think that, I think it's called Transformers Dark of the Moon is the... I don't know if that's the best one. I think, maybe. I think I really like that one because of all the different, like, bad guys. What the hell is it called? Decepticons that I got to see. And, like, okay, I don't know why I'm, like, not here for this, but the little snake, wasn't little, but the snake thing in that Dark of the Moon, like, that was so cool in the way, like, they did those graphics was just amazing. I just loved everything about it. So I don't know. As far as like overall, maybe I might give Rise of the Beast theirs, but I don't know. We'll see. I think that's it for like the news that I have today. Yeah. But I think this is long enough. I said I was going to make it short. Clearly not short. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like, share, subscribe, comment down below, turn on your post notifications so you guys notify every single time I post a brand new video. Excuse me. Remember, I do read all the comments, so, and then I also take suggestions about new videos. Oh, I'm going to the fair pretty soon. Oh, yes! Duh! I'm going to be volunteering with the food bank at the fair. So that's going to be fun. And I'm probably going to, after I finish my shift volunteering with the food bank, I'm probably going to, I'm just going to stay at the fair and probably until it closes. So, that's exciting. I'm really excited for that. Because I've been wanting to go to the fair. I haven't been to the fair since, like, before the pandemic. So I'm very excited to go there. I've always loved the fair. I love the fair. I love Adventureland. So there's that. One of my sister's coworkers gave her some free tickets. I don't know who I'm gonna take yet. I might take, I don't know. My mom says she wants to go with me, but I don't know if she still wants to. If not, I'm probably gonna just take someone else, and then like I'll make, since I provide the ticket, I feel like they could probably just provide the food. But the fair, I can't wait. There's so much to see at the fair. Oh my goodness, I should probably like put, no, I'm not gonna do it because it's gonna make the video. Maybe I'll just put it as like the, what do you call it? The thumbnail. But I went, okay, last few things, I promise. What time is it? Ooh, I guess they're getting going. Okay. I went to the fair. I've never been to the fair like the opening day, because like the fair is free. Because I think the fair is open from the 10th to the 20th. And so setting up day is the 9th, and you can go there and it's free. Obviously it's free because there's not a lot to do besides just kind of like glance around. But he was there as part of his business or whatever, and so one of the things that he does, and so he invited me to like go up there or whatever, and so I did. And like it was so weird seeing everything like not like crazy, a bunch of, I mean there's people there, but like not as like you running into like I was talking about, it wasn't like New York. I'm telling you, it turns into like the New York, it turns into Times Square at the fair, child. But anyway, there's like this like one cow that was there. It was so cute. I was like, me thinking a cow is cute, oh my goodness, my Midwestern self is like literally showing. Like if you're like being in Iowa, child, if that is not one of the most Midwestern things you have heard about, then it's like hearing, okay, let's say you're in California and you say, oh yeah, the cow was cute. You know, like that's like, when you're like literally like, oh my goodness, that cow is adorable, and the way you moved, yeah, that's not even, that's pretty sad what I did. But I even took a picture of the cow, or I should say calf, because it was a baby cow. So calf. And then like seeing the horses, cause like they're setting up, so they're getting their animals ready, they're grooming them or whatever, so that for the first day of the fair. This was on the 9th when I was there, so I never seen that. And people think that like everyone I lives on farms and shit like that. I've never lived on a farm in my life. I've probably never even actually stayed on a farm, you know, for like a vacation. Like, I've never done that. So like, I'm not used to being around horses and cows all the time. I didn't grow up like that. And so, you know, watching the owners and everything and the breeders or whatever, like, setting up their animal, getting them ready, like, to be, like, shown or whatever was, like, just different. Like, I've never seen it before. It's actually kind of, like, you can get lost in it, too, because I, like, staying there for, like, a good 5 minutes just watching it. And I'm, like, when I realized, I was, like, these people, like, are probably, like, what is this weirdo doing? But, it was different. It was interesting to see. But I'm going on the last day. One, because I'm volunteering, obviously, at food bank. But I was just going to volunteer and I was going to leave. Especially if I was going to the fair before that time. But I'm not leaving. I think it closes at midnight also. So I'm not leaving until the fair closes. Like, I'll be there all day. And I probably won't have enough video to be able to just film the entire time. So, like, obviously, there'll probably be some breaks. But I'm going to film. So, like, Iowa State Fair tour and everything like that is probably going to be up. I don't know what it's going to be because I might be doing a lot of editing of the video. I'm not sure. You know, y'all know I hate editing videos, so probably won't be editing a lot. It's just very time consuming. It's just like, it should be like raw and things like that, like just like footage, but I don't know, sometimes or whatever, especially if like it's like someone's personal information, I try to like block it out, but I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna do that. But anyway, so I don't know when it's gonna be. It probably won't be on the actual date that I'm there because, like I said, I'm pretty much gonna be there all day. So I might upload that video a few days after that. I can't guarantee the next day because, let's see, do I work that day? No, I don't. I probably don't work that day. But if I do, it probably won't be. But I might. I don't know. I say that, but then I get sidetracked, so we'll see. But until then, okay, now I'm done. Yeah. Alrighty. See you guys.